What speakers should I buy? You might be asking yourself this question if you are a musician, a DJ, or just someone who wants to have a nice sound system at home. My answer is going to apply to all of the above scenarios. If you need loudspeakers, simply watch this entire video and in 5 minutes you're going to have a much better idea of what you should and shouldn't buy. But who am I to tell you about speakers? These days, almost anyone can make a YouTube video claiming they know something, right? Well, I'm an actual musician, composer, producer, DJ, and the owner of a sound equipment rental business in Southern California. This YouTube channel that you are watching now has hundreds of videos on all of the above topics, including my own original music, so I'd like to invite you to check it out and consider subscribing. So, when it comes to loudspeakers, there is one very common problem that almost all of us have to face. While there are some great choices from very reputable brands such as EV, QSC, Bose, Yamaha and others, their cost is extremely high. At the same time, there are plenty of much more affordable options by less known brands. But their overall build and sound quality is often not very good, so they end up being completely unreliable. I personally go to many events every single year and I see this happen all the time. Cheap speakers overload easily, so you can often hear that distortion even at a very low volume. They also break all the time, so you end up spending even more money having to fix them or buying new speakers frequently. At the same time, not everyone has thousands of dollars to buy top-class, high-end speakers. So what is the solution? And the solution is Behringer. It's an amazing brand with great reputation that makes very high quality equipment at extremely affordable prices. They didn't pay me even 1 cent to make this video. They don't even know I'm making this video. I am simply a long-term fan of their products. At this moment, I own 6 of their speakers. 2 of them you can see right there in the back. I also own 8 of their mics. This very mic I'm using for this video is by Behringer. I also have 3 of their soundboards. 1 of them right there in the back. I'm using it for this video as well, and a bunch of other stuff. I've been actively using their equipment for years and have never had a problem. Believe it or not, I bought that pair of speakers in 2011 and have used them almost every day for 9 years. I transported them to hundreds of different locations and have used them in extremely hot and extremely cold weather, if you're curious about reliability. They even fell on the floor from my cart multiple times, and guess what? They still work just fine and the sound quality is amazing. Obviously, these specific speakers might be too large and too heavy for small events or just a home setup, so that's why they come in different sizes. At this moment, Behringer makes them in 4 different sizes: the 15-inch B215D, the 12-inch B212D, the 10-inch B210D, and the 8-inch B208D. I have used them all. For example, I have the smallest 8-inch version set up right here in my living room. I've used them to watch movies, do some small live band practices here at home, and I even took them to some small weddings and parties under 50 people. Of course, this version is not as powerful as some of the larger versions, so your possibilities would be limited. But it should be fine for home use or any outdoor setting that would not require very loud music. Although, if you pair it with a subwoofer, it becomes capable of handling even small dance parties under 50 people. But still, I would recommend paying a little bit more to get one of the bigger versions so you can have complete freedom of where you can use it and how loud you want to go. The loudest and most powerful version is my personal favorite B215D. You can take it literally anywhere and use it for almost anything. You simply have no idea how loud this thing can go without distorting the sound. Actually, in 9 years, I haven't heard any distortion from this speaker because I have never had a chance to raise the volume to that level. Even when I used several of these at an outdoor EDM music festival, they handled the crowd just fine and the sound was crisp and clear. So, if you want something for maximum flexibility, I recommend going with this version. It's a great long-term investment and it gives you pretty much a 100% guarantee that it will always handle all your sound needs. Just please keep in mind that these speakers are fairly heavy. I carry them around because I do large events. If you are not in a rock band and don't need to go crazy on the volume, you might be just fine with the 12-inch version. And if you just want something for your home, the 10 or even 8-inch version might be sufficient. Also remember that regardless of what speaker brand and size you choose, a subwoofer is always going to make it much better and more powerful. No speaker can completely replace a subwoofer, it's a fact. So, if you are going to use these or any other speakers for playing loud rock or dance music, I would definitely recommend considering a subwoofer. But if you're going to play soft music or use it mostly for speeches or set it up at home while trying to not bother your neighbors, if that's the case, then you don't need a sub. If you made it this far into the video, I have a bonus for you. Included in the description below are my special affiliate links, which would give you the absolute lowest possible price on all 4 versions of these speakers in different stores. If you end up buying them using my links, I'd get a small commission, so it would be a win-win for both of us. Most importantly, I'd like to remind you that I have made this video out of my own desire to recommend a product that I have purchased with my own money and have been using successfully for almost a decade. You simply can't go wrong with these speakers, at least that was the case for me. If this video was helpful, please be sure to give it a like and let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about who I am and check out my music, I recommend starting with my American Dream video. The link should be on the screen right now and it's also included in the description below. I also do live coaching and business consulting on my second YouTube channel called Happiness and Wealth Media. Feel free to check that out as well. Thank you everyone for watching and I wish you great success with all your projects.